What up, what up, what up?
Welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of the Most Improved Podcast. We're here to talk about basketball again, and we're going to be talking about the Eastern and Western All-Star predictions, teams that we think can legitimately make the NBA Finals next season, the big news that just dropped about Kevin Durant, and finally, a Would You Rather to finish off the episode, inspired by the Pick a Side podcast, of course.
Beauty.
So, let's just get right into it. The Eastern predictions first.
The Eastern guards. We'll each go
Eastern
through
guards.
our two guards and then talk about it. I got Trae Young and LaMelo Ball at my two.
I don't know how you have LaMelo Ball up there, and
Yeah.
his third season being a starter, personally, in the East, I don't think that's going to happen.
He made the jump last year as a starter with the rise of Miles Bridges. I think with the loss of Miles Bridges, at least a hopeful loss of Miles Bridges if the allegations are true,
Yeah.
he'll have an even better season this year. An even bigger jump.
That could hurt too. But
It
could
could,
hurt
it,
with
could
these
hurt
assist
his,
numbers.
it could hurt his chances at being a starter because the team will be worse record-wise if they don't have Bridges.
That's true.
That can affect
That's
fans.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. I had Bradley Beal at the 2 guard, and I had Trae Young at the point guard as well.
Yeah. I think Trae Young's one we could all agree with.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Beal. You say the thing about LaMelo, the Wizards are just as bad. I think.
It's true. It is
Same
true.
thing.
He's a prolific scorer. I could see LaMelo putting up better peripheral statistics
Yeah.
than Beal can, especially on the team that he's on. And with the record-wise, they have Nav on that Wizards team now. Kyle Kuzma.
Kaku.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then forwards, I have Tatum, and I have Giannis, of course.
Ooh.
You think Tatum's hot take?
I have KD and I have Giannis. I forgot about Tatum.
You forgot about Tatum?
And I'm going to do an early Would You Rather. Who would you rather have then? Or we'll let you do, who do you have as your forwards?
My guards are LaMelo and Harden,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh.
then because I didn't get to say my guards, and then my forwards are Tatum and Giannis.
So you two both
Yeah.
have Tatum and Giannis. We all have Giannis.
KD,
Yeah,
KD,
of course.
the thing could get injured,
Yeah.
and then the thing I think that gets him to be a starter is the fan vote. Where if he gets
Yeah.
that, he's gonna be a starter.
It's true.
And he's gonna probably be the captain if he gets the fan vote.
I think KD's got the fan vote. I
He
think
does.
KD does have the fan vote. He had it last year. I just
Yeah.
forgot about his injury that he didn't get to be the starter, and that's why Tatum was.
so. This brings me up. Who would you rather have then? This is an early one. This isn't who I did. This was
Yeah.
I started scripting this one out and I didn't like it. But Tatum or KD?
I think right now, if you're trying to win, you go with Tatum. Because Tatum has proven he can take a young core to the championship, and KD, leaving the Warriors, has not done shit.
Yep.
So, I think Tatum right now is the better option
I
if you're
agree.
trying to win.
I agree. Oh,
I just
what
think
about?
the Celtics are better. If KD was in that situation, they would be the same team. KD's
He's
a better
also
player.
a selfish superstar.
He's
Yep.
also a much better player than Tatum.
He's also a
He's
selfish
a top 5
superstar.
player.
Tatum is top 10.
Top 10, top 5,
Same
top
ball,
5,
same
top
ballpark.
10.
Same ballpark.
It's not the same.
It's pretty similar.
If it was,
It's pretty
if it
similar.
was the same, it would be, but it's not.
It's pretty similar. Because Tatum's probably top 8, so it's like 3 spots away.
Well, next episode
KD
we'll get into my
might-
rankings and we'll see where I have.
Yes,
KD
Tatum.
might get bumped out of the top 5 depending on which day it is, honestly.
Yeah, injuries. I feel like his lack of being able to lead that Nets team, being able to stay healthy,
Yeah.
being able to like
And
be
like
that
young
superstar
talent that's
glue.
just getting better and better.
Yeah, I saw Patrick Beverly getting some flack for his tweet.
Yeah.
I hate Patrick Beverly, believe me, but I hate KD a little bit more. So I saw him getting some flack for his tweet against KD, saying how can you flip flop and all this. But I kind of agree with that. I don't understand. It's like I don't know that I think narrative wise that him being like that makes me like give him less to his resume. He lacks merit.
Yeah.
And
I
then
agree.
center,
Center should be
It should be
obvious.
consensus.
It's Joel.
the Bizzle,
Yeah, M. Bizzle. Yep, obviously.
the little Diesel.
Please don't call
I
him
don't
that.
agree with
He's
that.
not- yeah, he's not on Shaq's level. But, no, he's definitely the best center in the East. Top 2 centers in the league, so he has to be there at the starting spot.
Yeah. No, I feel like there's no
There's
no competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely none.
So who do you guys have on your bench?
For the bench, this isn't really guard, forward, center rankings, but I'll just say the first one is Cade. I think Cade, along with my Pistons take from last episode, Cade's going to make that jump to be an all-star, such as, like you said, LaMelo Ball did.
We went over this last episode, yes.
Yeah.
That was a terrible take. That was one of the worst takes, I think, the Detroit take.
Okay.
The Cade
Time will
jumping
tell.
to stardom is almost as bad as that Detroit being a 10 seed. I don't see it. I don't see it. I see him taking a leap. I don't know. I could see him being like a 25-5 guy. But when is it like
Isn't he just
pretty-
17, 6 and 6? Or
yeah.
something?
I guess 26-6. Maybe I don't know. I don't have him like that. Maybe he's gonna make that jump. Maybe I'm underrating him.
I think
But I
you
feel like
are.
he was
He was a star last
an
year.
ungodly amount of inefficient last year. Ungodly amount.
That is true.
Are you sure
When he's
about
first,
He shot like
his-
40%.
Yeah,
from
no.
the field.
When he first got onto the court, he was not good.
Yeah.
But he picked it up by the end of the
You're right,
season.
you're
He
right.
played really well.
You're right.
So, and
I-
he was injured when he first came,
Yeah.
going over an injury.
So you have him as a lock
No, I don't. Well,
for a reserve role.
this is just 10 people that I think can make the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I thought you had him as like a
Not
lock.
12?
So I'm pretty sure there are 12 All-Stars.
12.
Oh, well, I put 10 guys besides the
Yeah,
starters.
yeah.
So,
Well, yeah. It's you got the guys fighting for those
Yeah.
7
So,
spots.
These are 10 guys I think can potentially make the team.
Yep. I got you. What about you?
You go.
I didn't have any reserves. I
did not have any
did
reserves?
dark horses. I did dark. So I'll hit you with my first dark horse. As you can see, I'm rocking the Knicks gear.
He's going to say Julius or RJ.
I am gonna say Julius.
Oh.
I am gonna say Julius. I'm a big Julius Randle fan. I see him making the jump. You give him Jalen Brunson. You give him another year of IQ's development. You give him another year of RJ's development. You give him Quentin Grimes or Fournier in the starting lineup, giving you spacing. I think Julius turns back to that efficient beast he was 2 seasons ago. He's shooting 40% from 3. He's shooting 45% plus from the field. He's getting you 20 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, 6 assists.
I don't agree with the 20 plus points, but I do agree could get 10 plus rebounds, could get that six assists.
That's true. Maybe like a DeMontis Sabonis type
He
player.
can't be the scorer Sabonis
He
is.
could be.
Oh, I think he's a better
I don't
scorer.
know.
I think
just
he's
think
better.
with,
than
I just
Sabonis.
think with Brunson,
That's
it
true.
could hinder
Yeah.
that a little bit.
Yeah,
He's definitely a better scorer than Sabonis. But
yeah, better player
Yeah.
than the Saboner.
No, but I
yeah.
said
Yeah,
I would say
worse
so.
scorer, but
I mean, if we go to the Would You Rather list, we could run back the tape. Julius Randle was sweeping all the players you were throwing out there. You could have thrown out
Sabonis is-
LeBron
Hot takes
James.
coming from your mouth.
Could have thrown out Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Julius Randle is better.
In his prime?
All right, I take that back.
Yeah.
In his prime, Jesus was
Kind
coming back from the dead, resurrecting shit. He was ridiculous.
Yeah, top dog.
But no, you throw out a lot of players. Julius Randle's fucking better. All right, let's run to the next. I'll give you my other one.
Yeah.
My other dark horse.
Why not?
Evan Mobley.
I agree. I have him also
have him?
as one of my borderline.
It was between him and the Fro, and I love Jared Allen
I agree.
a lot.
I think only one of those two is going to
Yes,
make it.
and I
for
think
sure.
Darius Garland's a lock.
Yeah.
So I think 2 Cavs. For some reason to me, I feel like there's not going to be enough room for Cade. I think it's going to be like a CJ, where CJ was just really good, but there was never enough room for him in the West. I feel like that's going to be the East this year. I feel like I think Scotty Barnes could make a jump on that
He
team.
could.
I think Spicy P can make a jump.
Spice P should make the
I
All-Star
have-
team again next year.
I have obviously Julius. You have 2 Cavs players. You got Julius. You got at least 1 Raptor. I don't know. Fred VanVleet his season last year was phenomenal. You have at least 2 Bucks, maybe even 3 if Drew Holiday manages to squeeze in there again. Grayson Allen might have himself a great
was
year.
Drew All-Star last year?
Drew was not an All-Star
I was
last year.
gonna say,
No, it was
yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of great players, but I don't know. Yeah. Who you guys got next?
I have DeMar repeating, but coming off the bench this season for the All-Star game. So it makes sense. He was really good last year, top 5 MVP candidate, and Bulls team's still going to be okay, solid. So DeMar's definitely going to fit in as an All-Star next year.
Yeah, I think so too. What about you?
I'll give you dark horses too, which I think one of them will be Tyrese Halliburton.
That's not even a dark horse.
I think
It's a most improved player.
that's a dark horse.
That's an MVP candidate.
no,
That is Tyrese
no.
Halliburton.
no.
Him and Rookie of the Year Benedict Mathurin
He
are going
went
to carry
to
that
the-
team to the championship.
He went to the Pacers at the end of the season.
I mean, the
and
first team ever not even making the
he averaged
playoffs.
17.
championship.
He averaged 17 for the Pacers. When
17
nobody
and
was on
9.
the team.
29.
Okay, that's
This
still
year
really
he's
good.
going to average like 20 and 9.
Maybe more. I got him 20 and 10.
Really?
Got a most improved player.
Okay,
Give him Benedict Mathurin. Give him
it's definitely a dark horse. I don't know where you're going with it. He's a lock.
lock.
But, no, he can make that jump, I just don't see it next season.
I think he's
because the
similar
Pacers
to
are not going to be good.
yeah, it's similar to LaMelo, where he's gonna
That's
have
right.
the statistics, and like LaMelo obviously is a better player,
Yeah.
but Halliburton's gonna have the stats to back it up. Where you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
his team sucks, but he's averaging these crazy numbers.
It's
You
true.
gotta put him in.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So keep it going, guys.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I don't have reserves.
So I had John Collins or DeJounte Murray making the All-Star next season.
Wow, John Collins.
John Collins is crazy.
is smoking hot.
That's why.
Small.
So that was one of my hot takes because I think it's either going to be Trey and John or Trey and DeJounte because Trey and John's connection is pretty good.
No.
It's pretty
Yeah, it
good.
has
That
been.
is a
John-
smoking. That is like your girlfriend's father on a great day at the beach, smoking hot. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, John Collins
Okay.
is crazy.
That
crazy.
like
He's
that's
never been-
I like.
He's never been close to the All-Star game, and he's never gonna be close to it.
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray.
He's been close.
DeJounte
He has
Murray
been
hurts that even
He's
more.
been close. He's been close,
He's
but
been
he's
close.
he's not.
No, he hasn't.
Do you have him over
He
Julius
has.
Randle?
Fine.
Yeah,
John
it's-
Collins-
Then no.
Julius Randle's not making the All-Star
No.
game.
If you have him over any Nick, I'd have Quentin Grimes over
yeah,
John
No,
Collins.
no. But
your opinion
definitely
is
Randall.
literally invalid.
Randall clears Collins, and it's not even correct. It's not
I
even
just
close.
think the Knicks are gonna suck, and the Hawks are gonna be good.
Still, I would rather have DeJounte Murray in the All-Star game. Clint Capella has more of an
Well,
impact.
that's what I'm
than-
saying. Is
Capella has more of an impact in the game than Collins does.
he does. He does.
So if you say two Hawks, I would go DeJounte. Would still wait and see with him what he does with them, then Clint, and then I would go John Collins.
I don't see DeJounte having a fall off of a year. I
Yeah.
I see him throwing balls at the
I think
back
the-
of people's heads for some reason and
Yeah.
letting out anger like that. That was crazy to me. But yeah, no, I don't see him falling off at all.
Yeah, maybe just points a little bit. But
Yeah, but no, yeah, rebounds, assists, steals. I think he'll still be there.
yeah.
I think he'll still be
I
there.
think
Triple double
he'll-
machine.
He'll even get back. He might be a better defender this year because he won't have to focus on being the offensive guy that he was last year.
Yeah.
So he could take a more defensive approach.
Yep.
And then my final players, I have Harden off the bench, and I'd say he's a lock. And then
Yeah.
I have the Heat players of Butler and Adebayo, the two only All-Star caliber players left on that roster, unless Hero makes a jump. And yeah,
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree that
yeah,
that's a good also. I feel like there's not much. Kind of like it's early season, right? So we don't need it's preseason. No, not even preseason.
even
We haven't seen anyone in preseason games. Training camp hasn't even started yet. Like this is very very early on.
Yeah.
So these very early predictions, there's not much kind of like distress with shoot like. Is this player playing? Like, is this player playing well or stuff like that? Right? We know what they did last year.
exactly.
It's just you have your guys making it. You have Cade Cunningham on there, but I feel like a lot of the guys that we're going to mention are going to be similar guys from last year, at least until the season starts. So this is interesting, getting the way early predictions, much like we had MIP, Coach of the Year, and Rookie of the Year last time, right?
Yeah.
So I do find it interesting when we look back on these. What's it going to be like? Because I know DeMar DeRozan wasn't on many people's radars to be an All-Star, let alone All-Star starter before the season
Definitely
last year.
Darius Garland too.
Darius Garland,
Yeah.
Jared Allen wasn't like when he got that. What
And
was it?
DeJounte, too, really was
Did-
not on the roster.
Not at all. I picked him third round in fantasy. We'll keep mentioning that until I die. But it's I forget the other guy. Fuck, what was it? Yeah, no, that's it's kind of the way it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you had a very similar list to him in reserves, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, nothing really. The only other guy that was different, I think, was I had Middleton.
And you had
Yeah.
Levine for DeRozan.
Yeah, I think Levine. I think
You
DeRozan just
didn't have DeRozan?
no. DeRozan had a otherworldly year last year, and Levine, he shoots very well. Like just
Yeah.
efficiency wise, I think he's the best player on that team. I don't like Levine that much, but I think DeRozan's going to take that step back this year. Levine's going to take this step forward, and Levine's going to be the best player on the team.
Very interesting.
I can see both of them making the All-Star team. I can also see Bam not making the All-Star team if Middleton does.
I know where you're coming from, and I can completely agree with all your takes. How the fuck does Cade Cunningham make the team then? If all these other guys, you got two Bulls,
Yeah.
you got two Heatles,
Well, no,
you
no.
got
The Hawks won.
Julius Randle, like that's so many. The
The
Hawks,
two Hawks guys is only going to be one of them. So I'm picking DeJounte.
No, but what I'm saying is there are only 7 players that are making the All-Star reserve. Cade Cunningham, I want this clipped. I want this clipped on all platforms. Cade Cunningham is not going to be an All-Star this year. If he's an
Cade
All-Star.
Cunningham is making the jump to be an All-Star caliber player.
No way.
I could see him averaging 21, 6, and 5 next season.
And that's not going to make an All-Star game. I can see that too. That's not going to make an All-Star team.
He-
For that
he's can't make the-
non-play-in team Pistons team, they're not playing.
He's gonna have similar numbers to LaMelo next season, and LaMelo's team might be just as bad.
No. LaMelo's
Yes.
going to have better numbers. LaMelo's team is going to be better. LaMelo's team is going to make...
LaMelo had the similar numbers this season. He averaged like 17, 8. He averaged 8 and 7,
no,
right?
I'm pretty sure he averaged like 20 points a game.
Don't
LaMelo
believe
was a
he averaged
killer.
20.
This
I
season.
don't believe he averaged 20.
LaMelo was one of the top fantasy players.
Yeah, that's fantasy basketball.
Fantasy basketball is very important in the realm of real-life basketball. Believe me.
LaMelo averaged 20
Oh,
points, 7.6 assists, and 6.7 rebounds.
Yeah.
And he
shut
shot,
my mouth.
he shot 39 from 3.
I don't think that's Kate shot like 39 from the field. So it's a bit of a difference between those two. And I feel like, again, you're riding that, riding on the fact that you think the Pistons are going to be a top 10 team in the East, which is complete blasphemy and bullshit. But, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But I'm saying with my take, the Pistons are not going to be that. And Cade Cunningham's not going to be an all-star. No hate on the Pistons. I do like the Pistons. I do like Cade Cunningham. I just don't see it.
Okay.
I think there are players better. And
There are, but like,
many.
I think there are
the NBA
12 players better. And I think they're going to
12.
be
And-
12 players better.
You think there's 12 better,
I can see that.
besides his starting 5 for the All-Star team, you think there's 12 better
No.
players?
I think there's 7 better players than him. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
starting 5. So, starting 5 plus 7 off the bench. I think
There
there are 12 better
there are
players in the
in
East
the East.
than Cade Cunningham.
They're probably more.
Yeah, but there is the possibility of injuries too. So
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there are at least, if you go through the stars in the East, I think there are at least, 8 teams with better stars than the Pistons and Cade.
Yeah.
And then you add secondary players on some of those teams, like the Bucks, like the Hawks, like
True.
the Heat. I feel like
Celtics, maybe
Celtics.
Jalen
Oh yeah,
Brogdon.
yeah. I think Jalen could
Yeah.
make it. I think that that's a absolutely terrible take.
Okay.
Absolutely terrible.
thank you.
But let's move to the West.
Yeah, let's say that the guards should be all the same.
The guards should all be the same.
Curry and Luka. You people other than Curry
No,
and
no.
Luka?
I had C.J. McCollum
No.
and Joshua Primo.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Of
Okay.
course, Curry
Yeah.
and Luka is kind of
You
everyone's.
have in the first half.
There's no
Yeah.
there's no debate on
I feel like
Curry.
the starting 5 could be consensus.
I
would
got
agree,
Braun
too.
at the 3.
So do I.
Now, who do you guys have at the 4?
I had Brown at the 4.
Who'd you have at the 3?
Kawhi.
I had Kawhi as well.
I forgot about Kawhi.
Who'd you put at the 4?
Carl Anthony Towns.
He could be.
Wait,
could
if you
make a
remembered
start.
about Kawhi, would it be Kawhi?
That's a really good question. Probably. I think Fanvote gets Kawhi in before it gets Cat in.
I think Fanvote could get Cat before Kawhi.
Kawhi's got a rabid fan base, I would say.
He does, but Cat is kind of with kids more. Pause.
Yeah, wait
But-
a minute. I don't know. I get, I do feel for Cat. I like Cat, so
Yeah.
we'll stick with him. I'll stay with him. But and then I feel like
Kind of joking.
I feel like the starting 5 there's not much drama there, but
Yeah.
I could go with Kawhi, I could go with Cat, either one. But yeah, Jokic at the
Jokic at 5.
at the 5.
For sure.
I'll throw out my 2
Dark horse.
dark horses. I don't know. I don't think Ant Edwards is much of a dark horse, but I have Anthony Edwards.
I think he could be a dark horse because Timberwolves, they already have 2 all-star, I would say, locks. So a third
Yeah.
would be kind of blasphemous.
I could see it though. That's why. Well, that's true. That's why he's a dark horse. And then I have
Yeah.
Jalen Green.
That's worse than the Cade take.
That's not
Are
what
you
that is
kidding
worse
me?
than the
No.
Cade
Are you kidding me?
No,
You're talking shit about my Cade take, but you say Jalen Green.
Jalen Green is a much better basketball player
Not
at
a-
this moment.
He's just more athletic.
You were making fun of.
No.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
You were talking about Cade's efficiency. Green's is much worse.
Jalen Green's efficiency in the last 30-something games was
Cade's efficiency at the end of the season was better too.
I don't know Cade's, but I do know Jalen Green had
Oh
an
my
uptick
God.
in production. I have Jalen Green as a dark horse.
No, horrible take.
That's a great take. I do think the West is a lot
Unreal.
more loaded, so I think there could be like I already said 3 T-Wolves. There could be 3 Pelicans. There could be
3 Pelicans?
CJ, BI, and Zion.
Oh, I forgot about CJ. I don't
West-
think
the
CJ's
West
gonna be
is-
an
CJ, the
all-star.
best player ever not to make an All-Star game. He
He
might get the
is.
Mike Conley nod. Mike Conley got that.
If
a
there's
couple years ago.
players to be injured, sure.
That's true.
That's yeah.
You know who's not going to make the All-Star team, though, this year? This is the take that we're carrying from episode 1 to episode 2. Mr. Paul didn't like it last time. Anthony, the Unibrow Davis, is not going to be an All-Star this year.
Yep. We're doing
Wash.
it. Wow. Washed.
Wash.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony,
What a great take.
the Brow's not doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a drop-off now. I'd
agree.
say, this is to you, Paul, I'd say he's worse than Julius Randle at this point in his career. At this stage.
He's making
probably
a
the
joke.
same level. He's
You're
probably that
making
same
a
I'm
joke.
not making a joke.
It's a joke.
I would rather have Julius Randle on my team than Anthony Davis. That's me
Are you
if I was
joking?
general manager right now.
You're joking.
They're probably very
You're-
similar levels.
You
Honestly,
were joking.
If Peter, if I'm being really honest,
When was the last time
they're
Anthony Davis was
probably
all NBA?
They're probably the same level. Anthony Davis on the Lakers.
Anthony
last
Davis is a
season-
top 3 defender in the league. Julius Randle.
When was the last time Anthony Davis played
When-
as much as Julius
when's
Randle?
the last
Julius
time-
Randle plays
Hold on,
games.
when's
Julius
the last
Randle
time he
plays
played
games.
60 games
Last
in
year
the
they both
season?
sucked.
Anthony Davis sucked in like 5 games. Julius Randle played a full season and did not suck. He was
The Knicks didn't make the playoffs.
That
Neither did
was
the
true.
Lakers. Like it didn't.
Lakers had the best player.
The past
Julius
two
Randle
seasons
didn't even
the
matter.
past 2 seasons, Anthony Davis has played 76 games.
that's crazy.
He was better in those.
Julius probably played
76 than
76
Randle was.
games last year
He
alone.
might have.
That's not very true. But.
That is laughable.
What, you have
Julius
Anthony Davis
Randle.
on your,
No, I don't.
Well,
'cause I don't think he's
exactly.
gonna play no games. But it's still crazy to say Randall is. You would rather have him.
I'd rather have Julius Randle. I'd rather have Chris Middleton.
I'd rather have with the Anthony Davis.
Yep.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I won't. Fight
Actually,
it.
in the playoffs,
I
definitely.
won't fight it.
But yeah, no, that's fine. And then for me on the bench, I have Gobert,
Oh, Gobert's. I can see it.
Yeah.
Obviously, top 5 defense on his loans.
Mr. Ja,
Oh yeah.
Ja Morantis,
Yep.
Donovan. Do you guys not think Donovan? That's
I have Donovan.
You have Donovan? Do you have Donovan? Do you think Donovan's gonna make it? I know you don't have any reserve.
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, it's so tough. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I think they'll give it to him, right? The team's gonna be so bad.
He might average
He's-
he might
he's
average
gross.
like 29.
He's
Like,
gross.
but they might move him to the East by that point. Like he might be moved to.
If he
the-
doesn't
He
get
might
moved,
move to
though.
the East as of like a week from now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If he gets traded, I don't think so. But if
But
he,
you're right. This is too early. This is at where they are right now. You're right.
Yeah.
like he's gonna be averaging crazy numbers, I think.
Yeah,
This might be a hot take. I don't think Chris Paul's gonna be an All-Star next year.
Yeah, I don't have him.
that's true. He's so old.
Well,
He's like
it's not.
45.
It's not just the age. It's just how he finished off the playoffs last year.
Well, yeah, it's because
The whole
he's
Suns sucked last year.
That's
Yeah,
true.
okay,
Devin
that's
Booker's
fair.
overrated. Devin Booker,
Booker's
I don't
gonna,
have.
he's,
Well,
he's
gonna
gonna
make the playoffs.
He's gonna be an
I
All-Star.
the All-Star.
You need at least one Sun,
Yeah.
even though.
Give it to Jay
Booker-
Crowder
Or Mikal Bridges.
or Mikal Bridges. All
Top
defensive
3
player,
defender
100%.
in the league last season. I think both, you said 3, but I think both Pelicans stars are gonna make the All-Star team if Zion can stay healthy. Brandon Ingram,
Yeah.
with the beard and the fro,
God.
he's averaging 37 a game.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
100%. That's a
He's-
good look.
He's averaging at least 35 for 1 month,
Oh yeah, 100%.
guaranteed.
No,
If
that
Zion doesn't play.
Even if Zion
even
plays.
him and Zion
Even
are
if Zion
averaging
plays.
90 a game combined.
Wait. So
Yeah, for sure.
Name your reserves again.
I got
Just go quick.
Rudy, Ja, Donovan, Booker, Cat, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Brandon, Zion.
That's 15, right?
Yeah,
Klay
So there's
Thompson.
only
Klay Thompson.
12. There are only 12.
I
So
split 10.
if you cut 3 of them out, we're gonna have 7.
If I cut 3 of them out, I'd say it'd be Klay,
Definitely Clay.
Donovan, Zion because of health.
Wow. I really hope Zion stays healthy, and I'm gonna stick. I think Zion plays at least 50 games this year. I think they
I hope he
rest
does.
him a little bit.
I'm a big Zion fan.
Yeah, I think he plays 50 games. I hate the flack he gets. He's still so young. Like, yeah, such a great player. Prolific.
Yeah.
The medium diesel.
Shit.
Joel
Yeah, you
Embiid's the
can
little
call him.
diesel. Shaq's
Yeah.
the big diesel.
Well,
He's
if
the
you
one
got
with-
mad about Joel, you gotta get mad about
Well, no,
Zion.
Joel is not as dominant as Zion is
Joel's dominant.
in the paint.
Joel,
Yes.
Yes.
Not as dominant as Zion.
Oh my.
Joel is
Dude does not
dominant.
know ball.
Well, you think you kind of underrate Zion. Don't. You're on the side of Zion only makes 60%
'Cause he
of his
dunks-
shots,
he
and
dunks the ball
only his
every
shots are
time.
dunks. So I feel like
It's
that's
still
a bit.
impressive. I'm just saying.
That's ridiculous.
No, I have him making the All-Star game.
So who are your all-stars for the West reserves?
My reserves, it's like the same thing. Paul George, Ja, D. Mitch, Lillard, Zion, Cat, and Booker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty consensus, I feel like.
Oh yeah. Like I said for the East, it's gonna be until we see guys breaking out and stuff. Then we have our
Yeah.
mid-season report. Where we say what we think is gonna happen there as well, and preseason when guys switch teams and whatnot. If guys switch, yeah, exactly. But let's move to our championship
Caliber teams?
caliber teams, our championship favorites, not to win it but to make it. So I got the
Could
Bucks.
I will say I got a lot of teams.
I know you said you 10, was it?
Yeah.
I got 5.
Yeah.
I could give you my 5 right now. In the East, I got the Bucks, I got the Celtics, and I got the Sixers.
I don't have the Sixers.
You just hate on the Sixers.
I
You
don't
just-
have the Sixers.
And you're wearing.
It's a throwback AI jersey. I'm a big AI guy, not a current Sixers guy.
It's ridiculous.
Not having
It's
the
ridiculous.
Sixers.
Blasphemy.
It's a good
Yeah.
jersey.
It's
though.
a really good
a
jersey,
really
which
good
is why you should
jersey.
put them in the. You have 10 teams. How are they not one of the top 10 teams?
I only have 3
That
East
is
teams.
5 teams.
You only have
from
3
each
East.
conference.
East. How do you have
East
7
teams.
West teams?
I have 3 East
I have
teams.
3 West teams.
How the hell do you have 3 West teams?
How do you have 7 West teams?
Are you kidding me?
Where do you pull these 7 West teams out?
Don't
of?
I tell you?
thinks the
Don't I
Suns
tell
are
you
going
right
to win
now?
the championship.
You think someone from the playing tournament's gonna win the championship?
Don't me tell you right now.
No,
It's
no,
ridiculous.
let me.
Yeah,
let me
I
go.
want
Let
you
me
to
go.
tell me right now. This is
Because you have
ridiculous.
10. Let me go.
Okay.
I have 8. I have 7, and one of them I don't even know. The East, Bucks, Celtics, and Sixers. That should be consensus for every basketball fan.
Yep.
Not the Sixers.
And then I have
Not
the
Sixers.
I have the Heat, just because I think Jimmy is a super, like, he's otherworldly in the playoffs.
He's him.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's,
And then-
he is Timothy.
Yeah, which the rest of the team is really bad other than Bam.
Yeah. Paul,
So-
can you give me some water, possibly?
And then
You go fuck yourself.
and then from the
Paul?
West, Warriors, Clippers, and Nuggets. Those are think
those
the
are your only
only
three?
3 teams that can make the championship. From
I'm
the
sorry.
West.
That's not.
I
No.
only got 2. So
You didn't say the
7.
What?
You think the first
that
ever playing team ever
no, that
There's
is
a-
to win a
crazy.
championship is having
There's
this
a
year?
very good.
No. What you
chance
have to think
that
is what you have
7
to.
teams are championship caliber
No,
players.
what you have to
They're
think
caliber
is
teams.
you have to think some of these teams have to beat the Warriors, Clippers, or Nuggets in the playoffs. They can.
Listen. The question
That's-
was,
nah.
what are your caliber finals teams? My
Yeah.
finals caliber teams in the West are the Warriors.
Yeah.
Still have to have the Suns there. The Mavericks, the Clippers, the Timberwolves. That's a hot take. The Timberwolves, the Pelicans. That's a hot take too, and the Nuggets.
Wait.
You still have to have
You
the
just
Suns
named your
there.
favorites for the playoffs.
Yeah.
You just said the
I
Western
know.
Conference
The
playoffs.
West-
No,
So
these
West
are
is
people.
stacked.
These are teams that you think can win the championship.
Yes,
That's
all
ridiculous.
these teams can
The
win
Mavs
the
can't win the
championship.
championship.
Yes,
the Suns can win the championship.
They went to the Western Conference Finals last season and put up a game against the Warriors with a bad roster overall. Besides Luka, they got
the roster's
Christian
still
Wood-
bad
They
besides
got
Luka.
Christian Wood down low now. They have an actual big man.
Yeah, but still
No, that team can't be the Warriors. It can't be the Nuggets. It can't be
Yes,
the Clippers.
They can.
Christian Wood is
How?
very polarizing. Some people say he sucks. You ask some Rockets fans, they say he was terrible. So I don't know
Tell
if
me,
that's a
tell me
needle
how
mover.
the Mavs can they're not.
So
the
Luka
Warriors
is
are
Himmy Neutron.
Bro,
Luka is,
he is, he is.
him.
Luka,
He has
Curry, and Kawhi. I think when he's healthy, are either on Luka's level or better.
You think Curry? You think Kawhi is better than Luka?
When he's healthy, he's the best. He could be the best defender in the league.
You know what? I made a face, but I kind of agree. He is probably one of the
Like-
best defenders in the league. He's a great
He's-
offensive
okay,
player.
when he's
one of the-
healthy, he could be a top 5 player.
Luka's him.
So is Luka.
Oh, sorry. Actually, never mind. Our whole argument's
You
down.
can say he's him as many times as you want.
You're right,
It
my
won't change
fault, my
anything. Like
No. Okay. The Timberwolves can make the finals too. You got to think about that.
they could, but again, they aren't beating these 3
fuck?
teams.
You had
No.
You said that 3 All-Stars could be on that
They could
team.
have 3 All-Stars. You know, the Atlanta Hawks had 4 All-Stars
they
in
did.
2016 and lost in like the second round.
They went to the East Conference Finals that year. They went to East Conference Finals that year.
They didn't make the championship though.
They damn near did. So did
They play-
so did the
they play-
Lucas last season.
Did they play the Cavs? Like
They
played
played.
LeBron.
They played the second
Paul.
best team in the league that year, the Hawks, and the Mavs played the best.
That's true, but no.
Still,
That's ridiculous.
Nothing's
You
gonna-
just basically named the entirety of the Western Conference. Like we were testing your NBA
did. No,
knowledge.
you really
I-
did.
I know-
Wait,
named
do you
seven
know?
of them.
Do you know how to name the Western Conference teams? Like, guys, if you want a list of the teams in the Western
You
Conference, in
basically
the NBA,
named
he's got it for me.
you named the entire teams that are going to make the Western playoffs except one.
Yeah, the West is that good.
So you left out the Grizzlies.
Yes.
The Grizzlies are on the same level as the Suns.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, I could see myself taking the Suns off that list because I don't think the
And the
Suns are as
Mavs
good.
and the whatever.
The Mavs
Yeah,
are
and the
not
Timberwolves.
off that list. You
Wait a minute.
The Warriors and Clippers and the Nuggets
you don't
are
have
a
the
league of their
Grizzlies
own.
on there.
no. The Grizzlies are not that.
If you
good.
have those other teams, you gotta
John
have the Grizzlies.
Morant,
John Morant,
another year of
the
Desmond
Grizzlies
Bane.
are better without
Another
John
year-
Morant.
That's crazy. That's God telling us that's a terrible fucking player. That's crazy.
The Grizzlies are better without Morant. They're 22.
Wow.
Oh, no, the record shows that.
God.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no, I completely agree. That's ridiculous.
All right.
God is angry. I'm angry. Julius Randle's angry. This is ridiculous.
Josh, for you?
He's better than God. All right,
Okay.
let's move on to KD's return.
Yeah.
KD today
Very interesting.
in a statement by Sean Marks said that they all met. That's front office along with ownership, and Kevin Durant. They met, and Kevin Durant has rescinded his trade request. Said he likes to run it back. Stephen of Nash will still be there. Sean Marks will still be there. Kelvin Durant, Kyrie Irving,
Benson.
Ben Simmons, Royce O'Neal,
The team's really good.
Seth Curry, Joe Harris. They got shooters. They got great players. Their center play kind of sucks besides Nick Claxton.
He sucks.
It doesn't suck.
Don't disrespect. Nick Claxton is a very good young player. Don't disrespect. Don't
He
disrespect.
missed more free throws than early Shaq
This
last year.
is
I
ridiculous.
don't care how many
Okay,
free throws
this
he
is
misses. He's a center.
He's centers in this league. They're all about the same. I'd say Clint Capella versus Nick Claxton. I'd say there's very little
That's big.
championship equity between
Okay,
the two of them.
championship
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess between an Embiid and a Nick Claxton, obviously. Between a Jokic and obviously there's a tier, but I feel like a Mitchell Robinson versus Nick Claxton championship wise, they won't move it. Clint Capella, like
If you have the players, it doesn't matter what.
exactly, yeah. Centers aren't. When we go to my tier list next week, you'll see that I fucking hate centers. Now let's move on. So, Katie, what do we think? I have them as the 5 seed. When I was iffy about it, I think they might move up. I think they could be a top 4, top 3 seed, maybe better than the Sixers. I think now they have some championship aspirations. I think the Nets can be. I didn't get to fit. I had the Warriors in Denver, and I guess the Clippers too. But I think that the Nets could have championship aspirations above maybe the Sixers, above maybe even the Celtics at this point.
Not above the Celtics.
I think the
or
Bucks still have their number, but I don't know. I think if you go up and down in that lineup, I think it's gonna be tough. They have a championship roster. They have a roster built for a championship. They have the 2 superstars. They have Ben Simmons, who some would consider a 3rd superstar. Definitely a defensive anchor and a great glue guy, one of the best in the league.
He's a defensive superstar.
Defensive superstar
And
and
he can facilitate really well.
yeah, grabs boards. He's a 6'10" point guard. You have Seth Curry, one of the best shooters, if not the best off-ball shooter in the league besides his brother, and Buddy Hield maybe. Then you have Joe Harris, who showed a couple seasons ago he was that guy. He was one of the best shooters, if not the best off-ball shooter. You got Royce O'Neal, who was a great pickup for
Would
the
you rather
first
have
round pick.
Royce O'Neal or Bruce Brown?
It's a great question. I think for what the Nets are building, I think you want a Royce O'Neal. I think you want a 3-and-D rather than a rim-diving undersized 4. I think at least.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You said that the Nets are probably better than the Celtics right now. They can be.
They can be, yes.
They have basically the same exact roster without Ben Simmons.
Not yet.
Ben
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons
Ben
is a
Simmons
big.
is
That's
huge.
big. And
The
Joe Harris didn't play last year.
Joe Harrison. Seth
The
Curry
Cel-
was injured for most, if
the
not
C-
all, that series.
The Celtics are winning that in 6.
Wow. I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, when we go, I'm going back to teams that can make the championship, the
Yeah.
Nets are in there.
Now
Yeah.
the Nets are in my playoff picture now
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, then that's something
That was
again
crazy.
midway through the season we'll revise and whatnot because there's
Yeah.
a big asterisk before the Kevin Durant says he's coming back. That's just huge news for the East now. You got teams now that may have thought they were making the playoffs, that they had a chance. Like you say, the Sixers, right? It's like, okay, now we got to get even better because Kevin Durant is now. I guess that would have been the same thing if he were to be traded to a contender, right? Like he wanted to in the first place. Now the Nets are dangerous again, right? They have Ben Simmons now, who might fit that roster better than a James Harden, and I
He
think
might
will
also
fit
get
that roster
completely
better.
clowned by Katie and Kyrie because he's mentally weak.
Now, I don't know if they would do that. I feel
I
like
hate Ben Simmons.
that's crazy.
I
Ben
could tell.
Ben Simmons, I feel, was definitely unfairly treated by the Sixers, and lied to the Nets last year about, hey, I'll be ready for whatever game he said he'd be ready for.
Yeah.
But I still think he's a very, very solid player, and he's going through stuff that I feel like there. We gotta have respect for him. He's a multi-million-dollar athlete, so with a lot of
Also-
pressure on it. So I know that's one thing that you can point to. It's like you're making fucking millions of dollars a year, but I could see him. I could
The
understand.
guy's been in the league for 5 years, 6 years, going to 6 year, something like that.
Yeah.
And he's had all the opportunities in the world to shoot the basketball, get better at it. He is the worst shooter in the league, probably.
Yeah, of non-centers, maybe. Yeah.
Even with some centers.
That's
yes.
true. Yeah,
Some
yeah, some center, but I'd say Mitchell Robinson is probably
I'd
worse. Nick
say-
Claxton.
I'd
probably
say-
worse.
Robinson might have never shot things.
I'd say Ben Simmons is like a D- shooter.
Okay.
If we go 2K, okay.
We rock
so
2K.
okay, so if we're in a tier list,
Yeah.
we go all positions. Ben Simmons is in the D to F range.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd consider him F tier.
But
He's-
there's
yeah.
so many bad centers at shooting.
He
too,
doesn't
so.
need to shoot.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But eventually, he's gonna
eventually-
need to have to
He's
shoot.
surrounded, but
He's
look at
gonna
the
need
team around
Kyrie
him.
on his
He's got
gonna have to shoot.
He's got
When?
Kyrie Irving. The earth is flat, but his shot has a lot of arc. You got
Something
Kevin
about that
Durant,
doesn't make sense.
great shooter. Kyrie, great shooter. We already mentioned Seth Curry. We already mentioned Joe Harris. Royce
doesn't have to
O'Neal
shoot,
again.
like-
He doesn't have to shoot, exactly.
He doesn't have to, but eventually he needs to make himself have a jump
I'm
shot.
trying to think who else is on that team.
He doesn't need it. That's the thing.
No,
He
they all
doesn't
want
need it. It would
soldiers.
help him, but he doesn't need it.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. I do think he gets clowned for it, though.
He gets clowned for
yeah.
it, but it doesn't fit his game.
I feel like it would be.
It would help his game.
Yeah, it'd be a huge help.
Yeah,
But
It
it's
fits the modern game.
he's. I don't want to compare him to Draymond because Draymond is Draymond. No one's ever like him, but he could be something like Draymond.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Prime
he's-
Draymond
he's-
is a different guy.
oh no,
Yeah.
Draymond even now is
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than him.
but-
Draymond is just he's the morale guy for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Ben
Yeah.
Simmons is the guy that weakens your morale.
I'm not disagreeing with
But yeah,
that.
Ben can't
Yeah.
be the leader that he is, but
Yeah.
he could almost be in that type of role where he doesn't have
Production-wise.
He doesn't have to score. He could be that defensive anchor, and he could just like be that facilitator that they need.
Yeah. Now, yeah, that KD return is gonna be crazy, and I think we move on now to the
Would you
who's
rather?
who of NBA players. Would you rather?
Would you
Yeah.
rather?
All right, I'll hit you first. I got Chris Middleton as my guy this week.
I like it.
Big Middleton fan, and I'd like to see where you guys rank these players. I only had a few. I couldn't think of many players comparable position wise, I guess. And I put a couple guys that weren't at the same position, but I'm starting with Jason Tatum. Who would you rather? Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum.
Chris
Jason
Middleton?
Yeah.
Or Jason Tatum? Tatum.
That's not even a question.
Jaylen Brown or Chris Middleton.
Middleton.
Jaylen Brown.
That's a big one.
Jaylen Brown.
Now
Middleton.
Chris Middleton on that championship team a couple years ago.
Okay, we're talking about Chris Middleton in the 2021 playoffs, or we're talking about Chris Middleton?
Talking about Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton
Jaylen
is
Brown.
He is
always
him.
at Chris Middleton.
No,
He is
he's
him.
not.
Always at Chris Middleton.
He's him.
He's not
Madly
okay,
efficient.
Chris Middleton could be him. Luka's Timothy Neutron.
Yeah,
We're not talking about Luka.
yeah, we're not talking about him. We're talking about Jaylen Brown.
Thank
I
you.
don't think I'd put them on the same level. I'd put
Jalen's better.
I'd put Middleton and Jaylen Brown.
No,
both
Middleton and Jaylen Brown are in the same exact tier.
Yeah.
There's
except for Jaylen
Jaylen
Middleton.
Brown's an elite defender, and not an elite, but he's a great
He's a
defender.
great defender. I think Middleton.
I think Middleton
is
could be
Brown
there.
is
Yeah,
more
Middleton
crafty,
could be.
create his own shots better.
Who came from the G League?
Some people say Brown doesn't have a dribble at
Come
all.
on.
Stop with the storyline stuff.
Come on! He's got a crazy narrative behind his back. Won a championship from the G League, having to play behind Giannis. He's insane. Chris Middleton.
All right.
All right.
Whatever.
Bi.
Bi.
Wow.
It's simply
They're all in the same tier.
Right now-
That's why this is
Brown,
tough.
BI,
That's
and
why this is
Middleton.
tough.
right now. It's Bi.
BI's better than Brown. That's why I'm debating this.
Bi's better right now. You see his hairstyle. He's better.
I
Right now.
agree. He's got one of the best. Like that. When
Shut up
that
about
picture.
that.
When that picture
Right
came out,
now.
that was cool. That was with the beard and
It's cool,
everything.
but-
We're
it
talking
doesn't mean anything.
right now
Chris Middleton.
at 6:48.
You know what?
Brandon Ingram is
know what?
better than Chris
I'll
Middleton.
say Middleton. You got to give Middleton the respect.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
How many championships has Brandon Ingram won?
How many
Brandon-
25-point per game seasons has Chris Middleton had?
I don't care. That's not what Middleton
How many times
has to do.
has Brandon Ingram had Giannis Antetokounmpo on his team?
BI is
How
also.
many times? Okay, no.
You're forgetting about defense. Middleton is a good.
BI is
a great
long.
defender.
He's like spaghetti.
But BI isn't a good defender.
Bi is getting better at defense. Actually,
He's not as great as Middleton.
he's
is.
not. You're pretty damn right. But he's as good.
You gotta.
He's
Basketball is two sides of the ball, and Brandon Ingram is pretty one-sided. That's what you have to take into account.
He will.
Middleton does both things great.
He will play defense on one of the better. Like he can guard.
He hasn't
'cause
done it
No
yet.
one can really guard, but he can contain Kevin Durant.
I feel like you're underrating BI's defense because he's so long. But I feel like he's worse than Middleton defensively. I
Yeah.
do think. Completely unrelated, but Chris Middleton is who I want RJ Barrett to be. Who I think RJ Barrett can
If
be.
RJ Barrett can be Chris Middleton,
I think RJ
like
Barrett.
we need a number
I think
one.
you guys
I
are
think-
overrating Chris Middleton.
We would need a number one, but definitely I would love.
Producer Paul is nodding his head like an idiot. He knows nothing about basketball. Let's say the last time we
Middle-
watched
Middleton-
basketball was like 2000. And
Middleton, I'm not
Never.
saying Middleton is not good, but
That's what you're basically saying.
no, you're comparing the Jalen Brown and Brandon Ingram. They're both better than him.
I'm clowning.
I think Middleton. Well, what Middleton is he's a very smart player. He's not overly athletic. He's not overly lengthy. I don't think. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't classify him as that. I'd consider Bi as very athletic, very lengthy. I'd consider
Brown's
Jalen Brown
very
as
athletic.
very athletic. I don't know if I'd consider him as lengthy. And I think, like I said, as a Knicks fan bias, I would like RJ Barrett because RJ Barrett's not crazy athletic. He's not crazy long. Chris Middleton is RJ Barrett, or RJ Barrett is hoping to get to that point. And I think Middleton is a great Robin to someone's Batman. He's a great number 2.
He's so good.
Very efficient too.
He was almost 50, 40, 90 one.
Yes. All right, James Harden.
Or
Chris Middleton.
Harden.
That's Harden. Like, dude.
Wow, don't like dude
Whoa,
Chris Middleton.
whoa.
There's no way.
No,
There's
I'm kidding.
no
Yeah,
way.
it's hard. It's hard.
There's no way.
You can't.
That's no way. It's
I-
even
we're
a
not
conversation
gonna talk
right
about
now.
Andrew Wiggins or Chris Middleton.
Okay, that's Chris Middleton.
I know you're a big Wiggins fan. This is
That's
why I
Chris
chose-
Huge
Middleton.
Wiggins guy.
huge Wiggins guy.
Wiggins is in that tier too, I think. After these
He is.
playoffs,
He is.
100% is. After these playoffs, he is.
He's in the same category as.
He's in the same category as perennial
Actually,
all
no,
stars.
He's not. He's not in the same category as.
He was an all-star starter.
Yeah.
He was an all-star
Here,
starter.
he's a tier below, like a half a tier below, probably.
He's
No,
really,
there's a drop.
he's really close to that.
No, I don't
Andrew
think there
Wiggins.
is.
Tears, by the way, are coming out next episode.
I'm excited for it.
Andrew Wiggins is not in the fucking same tier as Chris Middleton, Brandon Ingram, and Jalen Brown.
Wiggins,
Come.
again, I hate to bring up the defense, but the defense is big.
Oh my
And Wiggins is a great defender.
That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna say Middleton, but that's very close.
All right, I'm gonna. Producer Ball, you gotta calm
Good job,
down.
Producer Ball.
Thank you for the water, though. It was very, very nice of you. Anthony Davis or Chris Middleton?
Chris Middleton.
Wait, I'm gonna talk about it when they're healthy.
Yeah, Chris Middleton.
when they're okay,
When they're fully
Well, they're both
healthy.
injured right now.
Okay, when they're fully
Oh,
healthy though.
Yeah, Chris Middleton.
the injured battle. I put him right now. Right now.
No,
Both
when
injured.
they're
Both injured.
when they're both injured.
Who's in their bag more well?
If they are both completely healthy,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like they're both back to what they fully can be. Whoa.
Well, if we're talking what they're fully can be, then yeah, it's Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis is never going to get to what he fully can be.
Yeah, like that's like saying DeMarcus Cousins.
No. I'm saying what AD was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like saying, "Oh, I want DeMarcus Cousins 5 years ago."
There's a big
It's
change.
not the same.
That is,
Yeah. Okay.
that is.
AD hasn't been
That is
healthy,
the
so he
same.
hasn't been able to do it.
Let's
Yeah,
do this.
DeMarcus Cousins
Let's do this.
hasn't been healthy.
Anthony Davis 2 years ago.
It's like saying I want Derrick Rose 10 years ago.
Anthony Davis. Exactly.
It's
Anthony
different.
Davis 2 years ago is, in my opinion, what Isaiah Thomas of the Cavs was to the Celtics that season before.
Yes. It's like two completely different players.
Yeah, it is.
AD is much better than these players that you're talking
80
about.
when he played this year or last year compared
Shit.
to 80 when he played in the bubble. What Bubble Boy? Like what?
Bubble
What were we watching? The Disney
okay,
Channel with
no.
starring Anthony Davis?
I hate that. The bubble was still competitive basketball.
No.
Yeah,
The-
no,
the Los Angeles Lakers won the championship. It couldn't have been
The bubble was
competitive
very
basketball.
cool, but the bubble definitely helped AD because he had so much time to recover.
Like
He had so much time to rest.
bubble. But yeah, it's a fun word. Bubble.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
AD.
I'm done.
I'm
Bubble.
gonna say AD.
Alright, bubble.
It sounds like he's done, but
bubble.
yeah.
Bubble.
Who else do you have?
That's it. That's
That's
my.
it?
So we agree Chris Middleton is better than all his players.
We do not. My would you rather player is Mr. Time Lord.
Oh, I like
Robert
that.
Williams the third.
I like
I'm
that.
gonna get mad. I feel
You might get mad at some of these.
he's gonna bring up someone like extremely good. He's
Bubble.
gonna say
Okay, so the
Time
one
Lord.
player that I have that's extremely good, and this is an obvious one, Draymond Green.
it's not even close. Draymond.
Yeah.
Draymond
Robert Williams,
Green.
obviously.
Yeah,
Draymond.
exactly. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren
Triple
Jackson
J.
Jr.
Okay. Christian Wood.
No, I want you to partake in it too.
Robert-
What would you say?
He was gonna say Robert
I
Williams.
was gonna
His
say
face.
Robert for Triple J. Robert Williams right now, bro. From what he's accomplished
No.
I don't.
and
what
made
do you?
himself all NBA defensive second team.
Triple J. Triple J. If he didn't get injured, would have been the same thing.
Like Jared Jackson has been that.
He's a better scorer too, but he's not a good.
One of the
shot-
worst
he's-
rebounding
What
bigs
does he
of
do
all time.
worse? What does he
He's
do
not
worse?
as good of a shot blocker.
What?
He's a better shooter. He's a better defender. You know,
He's not a better defender.
he's a more winning player. He's been more healthy.
Jaren Jackson.
The defense.
He has more accolades.
Williams, I think,
Who could it be?
could be a better defender. Williams probably is a
Robert
better
Williams is a
defender
better defender
by a little bit.
by a little bit, but like it's by far.
It's not
That's
by far.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
In my,
That's ridiculous.
Williams
Clip
was
this.
very analytically.
Jared Jackson Jr.
Williams is-
injured right now. Out for the next 4 months is a better defender than Robert Williams.
Shut the. I
No,
cannot.
all I know is that Triple J is a better player. I'd rather have Triple J.
Fine, Bobby Portis.
Bobby.
No, Robert Williams.
Bobby. Gotta love Bobby Portis.
Demonte Sabonis.
Demonis Sabonis. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a weird.
Sabonis.
Demonis.
Okay.
Well, I was saying that pretty weird. I don't know.
John Collins.
What was that face?
God,
hold
Robert
up, hold
Williams.
up. What was that face? Why did you?
Demonte Sabonis and Robert Williams are close.
Demonis
in
Sabonis is a
caliber.
perennial all-star.
No, he's not a perennial all-star.
Yes, he is.
He's all-star twice.
That's perennial. He's done it twice. Did it 1 year and then he perennially
All right.
did it again.
He averaged like 24 and 12 and 6.
For the
Yes.
Kings.
Yeah, no, not for the Kings. They got De'Aaron Fox.
He's a unit.
Hold on. He did. I don't.
Yeah. Producer Paul, please look this up. This is ridiculous. This is like what. This is when you come unprepared to class. This is what this is. You forgot your
start.
notebook. You forgot your
He never
pencil.
averaged 24. He averaged 20 as his best season.
Oh, 20.
How many All-Stars does he have?
2.
Perennial. When your flowers come up multiple years in a row, what do you call them? What you don't call those perennial flowers?
I don't
Perennial.
really
Those are perennial
get flowers that often.
Any gardeners that watch us, they know. All right, hit us with the next one.
No, I'm talking about this. Sabonis said 2-time All-Star, 20 points and 12 rebounds. Yes, he's a great rebounder, but his blocks 0.5.
No, he's not the defender. He's not the defender Robert Williams
Not,
is.
no,
Exactly.
we're not
Has
comparing-
Robert Williams ever won an
Are we-
All-Star?
He's not the guy that'll make you a championship caliber team. Without Robert Williams, the Celtics are a worse team by
I agree.
far.
I agree.
Robert Williams is the juggernaut of the defense.
I think
If
in
he's
a
not
vacuum-
if he's not playing, they win more games.
In a vacuum,
Or
the
less
Sabonis
games.
is better.
Well, yeah, if you just take a player off a team, they're gonna lose games.
If you take Sabonis, okay. If you take
If you take Sabonis off the Kings,
listen.
oh, they lose
If you take
more games.
Sabonis off the Kings, it's not the same as if you take Williams off of the
It's
Celtics.
like AD.
if you
You
put
took
the-
AD off the Lakers, they lost games.
If you
Like
take AD off the Lakers suck.
if he played last year, they would have been better.
They suck.
I'm just saying.
All right,
though,
move on to the next one.
Fine.
Your
Alright.
your logic doesn't make much sense.
Flawed.
I don't like it. Clint Capella. They're very similar players.
Robert
Williams.
Williams. Robert
Yeah,
Williams.
I agree. Mitchell Robinson,
Robert
Williams.
DeAndre Ayton.
Robert Williams.
How the fuck? Okay, I gotta be the most confused person in the world right now.
I'll say Williams.
Sabonis.
Sabonis is better than
Sabonis
Ayton.
is better than Ayton. Sabonis
Yes.
is better than Ayton.
Okay.
Sabonis is better than Ayton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this guy thinking?
Okay. And Vucevic.
Oh,
Oh,
Williams.
Robert Williams. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Why'd you disrespect him like that?
Who do you have?
Put Vucevic
Okay.
there. Coincidentally, mine's Anthony Davis.
Oh!
Good. Everybody.
I have
on
a feeling. I have a
Anthony
feeling that Anthony Davis isn't gonna be said once.
We have a lot of dap ups here.
No, just wait till the end to dap up.
Julius Randle, hopefully. All right, come on. Hit us
No
with
way, Julius Randle is here. Cat.
Cat.
Cat. Easily.
Bam.
Clears.
Yeah, bam.
Bam.
Jalen Brown.
JB.
Jalen. Celtics bias.
Devin Booker.
God, I hate Devin Booker. Devin Booker.
Booker's better.
Lillard.
Lillard.
Lillard. What the fuck?
Gobert.
Gobert.
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Draymond.
Draymond.
DeMar.
DeMar.
You're not even talking.
Yeah. No. Go back to.
Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie. Anthony Davis is better. I don't like Kyrie.
I don't like Kyrie either, but he's better.
I'll go Anthony Davis.
You said Devin Booker,
Devin
but not Kyrie.
Devin Booker's better than Kyrie
No.
Irving.
I know.
Why'd you say Devin
Booker's
Booker?
better than Anthony Davis.
Why didn't you say Kyrie then?
I don't like Kyrie.
I don't care if you don't like him. It's not about who you don't like. That's what you guys are doing here. Like, AD's better than a lot of these
Okay. Do
players.
you want me to honestly tell you, Jamal fucking.
I'm not done. I'm still talking. My God. Draymond. Who?
Draymond.
Davis.
God, God's gonna get angry at
Who's
this.
this guy talking? This guy's crazy. DeMar.
Davis.
DeMar.
Davis.
You guys are not being honest. Siakam.
Pascal.
It's,
Spicy
it's
P.
Pascal right now.
Jamal Murray.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. You can't.
How'd you only say him once?
All right, hold on. Do you want me to?
That's my
I'm not an Anthony
I'll-
Davis fan, but you guys,
I'll honestly
you
tell
guys
you.
shit on him for no reason.
No, he's terrible. He's overrated.
I'll honestly tell you, Peter, who Anthony Davis is actually better than here.
You could have just done that there.
No. He's honestly
I'm
better.
done. I'm leaving.
He's
I'm never being on the podcast again.
He's honestly better than Bam, Booker. Right now, Bam, Booker, Draymond, DeMar, Jamal.
I stick by what I said.
Draymond is better, but
Jamal, he's better.
I'm done talking with
Do
you.
you want me to give you an honest answer? He's
No.
better than Jamal Murray.
I'm done talking with you
That's
about Anthony Davis because
I wish you put Julius Randle on there.
that is.
I don't like Anthony Davis at all.
Oh, really?
I think that about wraps up episode 2 of Most Improved. I
What a
think on a
long
great
episode.
note. On a great note too. We're gonna try and compress them more. This one was pretty long, but you know we're kind of starting off strong, coming out quick. We're like, yes, you did. We're like that really excited girl you met at the party last night. We're going official.
He wanted to say that so bad. He wanted to say
This is
that
like
so
take
bad.
8. I said that so many times to start the episode. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much.
We'll be here again. We're official.